Hey there, welcome to my drawing channel. My name's Campbell. I'm a mixed media artist, and here on my drawing channel, I also have a mixed media channel. I help mixed media artists hone their drawing skills to make all of our works even better. Today, I have a very special lesson on profiles and drawing expressions in profiles. Now, I have struggled a lot with profiles in the course of my career. I struggle with them because there's not a lot of emotions going on in a side profile view. You can't see the eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul, and if you can't see them, they always feel flat. So one way to jazz up your profiles is to have them expressing something, either happiness or sadness or something other than just like a deadpan straight on face. So this is actually video 4 in a 6-part profile series here on my drawing channel. The first video in the series is how to draw like a whimsical profile. So you're basically building and drawing a profile from scratch without looking at a reference. You're just drawing a regular face. I have a PDF that you can grab that gives the guidelines that you can use to build what I call a whimsical or a fun fab face, which is not a realistic face, but a generic, pretty face. In episode 2, we learned how to read light sources in order to shade that face. In episode 3, I went over how to come up with and draw different hairstyles on the profile face. And this video specifically is going to be talking about drawing an expression on a profile face. Now here is where we switch gears, and we're going from building a regular whimsical face from scratch to having to really use a photographic reference to help inform our work. Now we did do this back in episode 3, but if you haven't watched that, and I will link to the whole playlist of videos both in the description box. I'll have an end screen that's clickable at the end of this video so you can click and watch it, and I will also put it in the comment section. So somewhere around here you can click and watch the whole series if you want to play catch up or rewatch anything for review. But it's really important when you get to a certain point in your skills, your library of skills, where after you can practice doing the whimsical face, you can take your drawings up a notch by starting to work with references and using references to draw your faces. Because what happens is in those photographic references, you'll get a lot of information that you can use to make your drawings so much better. And that includes shading as well. So we do talk about this a little bit in episodes 2 and 3. We're looking at photographic references in episode 3 to inform and come up with different hairstyles. And I give out a 4-page PDF packet of references that you can use. So we are building upon the skills we've already done. But it's really important to draw from a photographic reference, because just trying to like dream up an expression of the top of, from your imagination is super challenging. Like, I don't know what a person looks like from the side who's laughing. Like, I can't conjure what that looks like in my head, so I can't draw it on my paper. So using references is everything. So if it's not something that you're used to be doing, it's fine. I'm going to teach you how to do it in this video. So let's grab a reference. I have one here for you, and I will have that available as a link if you want to print it out and do this with me at home. I think that's super valuable, and I will make that available as a resource for you. Just let me know in the comment section if you want it, and you can grab a link that will allow you to download it and use it so that you can really drive home what I'm teaching today. So let's head to our art tables, and I will show you exactly how to use a reference to draw expressions. Now, I just want to draw your attention. The reason that the references are so important is we are drawing lines on the face that do not exist when you have no expression on your face. Okay, so I just want to, before we even get started, let you know that's what we're going to be honing in on. Well, let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so this is the face that I'm going to be drawing today. So if you want this download, just let me know in the comment section. The first thing you want to do, however, is take a piece of trace paper and trace her face, that circle, and also the line, because we're going to be using that as like a method of checking our work as we're drawing. So as you can see, I am replicating the circle for the head. And if you've done episode 1, you'll understand that this is our process. So this should not be new for you. And if you are new, just make sure you go back and rewatch episode 1, and that will show you how to draw this face from scratch. So I'm paying close attention to the circle should be the same, and also the angle of the line. So as you can see right away, I'm using my trace overlay to double check the angle of the nose line. I'm adding in the horizontal line. It's straight across the center of the circle, and that actually is the eye line. That becomes the eye line. So just make sure you have that straight across the middle. You have the nose to chin line. Just again, we're using the trace overlay to double check that our proportions and that angle of that line is correct. And I want to draw your attention here to this negative space. Okay, so that's what I'm recreating on my paper. So when you're drawing with a reference, the objective is to make it match. You're literally transferring the information from your reference photo onto your own drawing paper. It doesn't have to end up looking hyper realistic or anything, but those proportions are everything and what's going to make this look accurate. So I'm drawing the nose line, I'm having my nose come out, and this is everything right here. This line that I'm drawing, that you should be drawing with me, is the key to this expression. And we're also have to recreate these lips, gums, teeth, and lower lips. Okay, all of this information needs to be transferred onto our own paper in order for this to look accurate. So there's a lot going on with profiles when you have expressions, and all of that information needs to be transferred onto your paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm counting the elements that I need to recreate on my paper. So I'm actually, in order to do this, I'm actually taking a minute and labeling the parts of the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, that I need to be drawing on my own paper. So sometimes you have to break it down this much to get it all in. So I had an extra component. I do this all the time when I'm drawing hands. I always wind up with an extra finger. So if you need to label your parts, right, we're literally the challenge of drawing realistic faces is accurately grabbing all the information from the reference photo and drawing it again onto your own paper. So it is a challenge. So I have the parts of the lips, the gums, the teeth, and then the lower lip. And each aspect, one by one, we have to transfer and draw onto our own papers. But I think this really drives home the importance of the reference photo, because how in the world would you ever be able to come up with all this in your head, right? And so I think people don't remember sometimes that reference photos are just treasure troves of information, and that by using them, you can create insanely awesome and accurate drawings just by taking the information and regurgitating it onto your own drawing paper. Now, yes, it definitely takes practice, but having little tools to help you make it easier, like doing the trace overlay and using it to double check your angles, that's like a hugely helpful little drawing aid, right? And also printing out the reference photos in black and white. That's another really helpful tool that I use that helps me to inform where I'm adding my shading areas. So I also have I always do that when I'm doing my realistic pictures. I have a black and white version, because when you're doing shadows on your faces, all you need to know is where does it get dark, right? So that information is super helpful, and you can take the download from today and actually print that out in black and white for yourself. And you can see, it's really hard because she's very light-skinned Caucasian. Sometimes you have to squint your eyes, and you can exaggerate the appearance of some of the shadows, but just kind of having a good inference and blending out some of the graphite in your drawing a face that's super flat versus a face that has a lot of dimension and that looks quite realistic. Next week, I am doing a profile from scratch and I'm going to be rendering it in Copic markers. So if you're new to Copics and you want some tips on highlights and shadows and hair movement and expressions all in markers, then definitely stay tuned for that episode. Here is a clickable end screen. You can click this and go back and watch the other profile videos in the series, and I will see you right back here on Monday for a new one. I'll see you then.